Why are you sacrificing motivation?
I'm gonna kill you for
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Maybe over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa.
Conspiracy theorists. I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Good evening, everyone.
NippyCast.
Hey, how's it, guys? Welcome to NippyCast. We said we're not gonna talk about episodes because we sometimes recall episodes. We don't know, but I think we're currently sitting around 40 something.
Yeah,
Should be, yeah. We're not doing bad. Besides just being a low budget platform, zero money, broke for shit. I'm back here with Peter. You. And I did say, Uri, we should not record on Mondays. I don't like Mondays. Eh? And you promise that you're not going to disturb us today. And you will place a bet. The only Keratamo. Okay, Peter, man, I don't know. How was the weekend, my man? Are you in the mood for this? Okay, let me summarize. For everyone. Peter's got a soccer team. Can you tell us briefly about the soccer team? You're tired because the team is tiring over the weekend.
Yeah, man. We played soccer yesterday
Yeah. I like the new grounds.
at Kuro.
At Kuro by Clayville. Yeah.
We were beaten 2-0. That was 2-1. I'm sorry. 2-1. It was a top 4 tournament, and then we did not play the losers final.
I could see you guys were not proud of yourselves.
Because of time. But next week we're going back again to Kuro Clayville. That will be on the next week Sunday. What will be the date?
Should be, I don't know what date is it today.
Today
20 something.
29. Today is the 29th.
So 7 days there. I think it should be the first week of and so not
The first week of September.
probably on the 4th. Some of
The
the
first Sunday of September, of course.
yeah, because the one time just opens. The one time you guys you had a problem with that organization. What do you call it? What do you call those guys? Community what? But if you see me, just open.
Community Policing Forum.
Yeah, they came there.
CPF.
Yes. So the other day, they came. They were like, "Yeah, you can't play soccer here," and I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Because he said this ground was not. His argument. It was a stupid argument. He said this ground was not designed to play soccer. Ne? I mean, for soccer, or should I say for soccering? Then I asked him a simple question. Are those goalposts?
What are they for?
He couldn't answer. Then the other day we called him to find out what happened. And then they said, no, you can't play there. So the argument was what? Littering. People litter every day. But why do you base it on the one society of people? And that's when I picked up elements of racism. And I've been saying this area has got a lot of racism around it. Well, it's another story altogether. Hey, I can't find the calendar here. So it's going to be next Sunday. So you're gonna dish that ground, right? You're not gonna play there anymore.
Not anymore.
Because I think I like the Kuro ground better. They're very professional. I like the way they water the thing. They press a button, the water starts watering the thing. It's so professional. The difference between mediocre and professionalism. Because I think in the future you want this team to go further.
Yeah,
right.
They got a nice irrigation system there.
Ne? Proper. I like the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was on the money. So basically that's how our weekend was. Yeah. And then let's also give out a shout out to the guy who was feeding us. Mutsepe. Yeah, Mutsepe did his catering Kumberia. It's got a eating thing there by the road. If you mean Belabada, you're at this. Somewhere there. What do you call that thing?
Indlela.
Yeah. It's there. If you're watching and you like eating in the streets, go check him out. He's a cool guy. Fed us. How many places did he bring? There was a lot of people there.
Quite a number of places. There was
Thank you.
actually a first round and a second round.
There was even a second round. Did I miss the second round? Yeah, even I was robbed.
No, you did not miss the second round.
Did I eat?
We were sharing the plate.
Okay, so it was the second one. Okay, sure. Today's topic. Do we have a topic today, actually, by the way?
Yes, we do.
What are we going to call this one? Because there's a bunch of things to talk about. Yeah.
We always do. We always do.
Okay, we'll name it later on when we're done. So welcome to it on NippyCast here. My first question is gonna be towards you, or if you're gonna answer it, or if I can answer it, or if I think I know. If I don't know, I don't know. What is DNA?
Then when somebody tells me about DNA,
Yeah.
all I think about is child maintenance. That's all I know about DNA. But I know it's something that carries a genetic information from yourself to your kids,
The
from
next
them,
generation.
just like that.
Is it possible that the DNA hasn't changed? We just die and get born again and whatever. So, for example, I know it sounds stupid like the way I'm saying it now, but Kambori has got a Jajoma Kuruawe.
That
It's a DNA that was
I'm saying it's
copied and pasted.
It's heredity.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
So it's possible that we are just some elements of reincarnation. Like you can tell, hey,
yes, there are people that who physically resemble their great grandparents or grandparents or parents. There are people with characters,
which is the same shit.
The same. You understand?
Like from the ancestral route,
Yes,
whatever.
Yes.
You say route is American.
Yes,
route.
If you watch the coronation of Mrs. Zulu, you see how strongly he resembles. I mean, his lineage.
Which would be Mangosuthu.
No, Mangosuthu is just an uncle, if I'm not mistaken. But
isn't Mangosuthu his father?
Mangosuthu is the uncle.
Sorry, man, he's the uncle. I mean, Veli, what's his name?
King Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yes.
He resembles Goodwill's DNA. When you look at him, do you see Goodwill?
Yes.
Ne?
Yeah.
So, because I mean, this current what you call it is installment. What do you call it? The ritual they did now, where you keep the lion.
Yeah.
It hasn't been done in 50 years, right?
Yeah. Last time it was done like maybe 52 years ago.
Somewhere there.
Something like that.
So this was probably in the 1950s or 1960s.
1970s. Early 70s.
Early 70s.
Yes.
Okay.
To be precise, 1972.
We'll get the actual year. So, if I was to go back into the past and look at the picture of his father, would it be looking like him today?
Yeah.
The other. Very
but don't forget, you asked me what is a DNA, ne? And
the DNA keeps replicating itself. I
told you I'm not sure. All I think about is maternity codes and that. According to you,
what
is a DNA?
I think it's a transportation of humankind. So for example, it starts with your sperm, and then how does the sperm make a baby again? It goes into the thing there, and it replicates itself. It fertilizes itself. It keeps replicating itself. I think of copy and paste. It keeps making itself. It makes sure that it keeps surviving. Think of a virus. In fact, humans are like a bunch of viruses. we also even infect each other with viruses. We just had COVID now. I mean, let me give you a stupid example. Let me off-ramp a little bit. When do you have a white towel? Okay, let's think of a hotel when they use white towels.
Yeah.
You wash yourself, and then you wipe yourself with the towel. The towel gets dirty. Why does it get dirty when you've just washed yourself? A human being is made out of dirt, and the DNA of a human being is equivalent to the DNA that you have in the ocean, everything. You know, we just rinse and then just delay. Obviously, we don't want to be smelling funny, you know. So the DNA is the definition of a species. For example, if you go back to what is our first human? Well, should we use Adam?
According to the Bible, yes.
Should we stick to that theory for now, for argument's sake?
Yeah, we can.
All right. Um, how did it come about? Because the story is that Oro Vumbiwa.
Yeah, it came out of that.
Yes,
That's why
Vumba is dead, right?
Even that's why even when we die, they said we're made from that, and we go.
You are going back to the dead, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah.
Right. Even now, like just that obviously we took a bath, but I mean, when you at some stage if you don't take a bath, you see some particles of dirt coming out, right? I usually say it with our feet. If you check on our feet, this is dust.
The Makwanda.
Yeah. Ah! Yes. Well, I mean, somewhere. But when you rub it, you're actually removing the dirt. It's just a temporary delay, but you do go back to what you call Mother Nature, which is, I think, the DNA is dirt for me, and it is the one that produces us, and this is how we've been living forever. According to my analysis, I think we did cover this on the other podcast. According to my analysis, what did I say? The other day I said I've got evidence of Eve. Ne?
I can't recollect.
There's a place called Cradle of Humankind here in Marupeng, Northwest.
Yeah, I remember we spoke about that.
Yeah, that's the oldest fossil of a human that we could discover. Primate, almost at a level of a human. So, I mean, which goes to now evolution. Do you believe that we started as monkeys? No one wants to hear this, by the way. I hope no one blocks this episode.
I cannot agree. I cannot disagree on that one. There is that theory that people, I mean, human being, there was an evolution from gorillas, monkeys, then until a fully fledged human being,
which will be at an Adam level.
Yeah, but you go to the Bible, of which we're living in South Africa and we believe in Christianity.
Yeah,
you understand? Then we are forced to say, at first God created a man who was Adam.
Yeah,
was created in His image, in God's image.
Oh, so the first human looks like God.
Yeah.
Is it hypothetically like that?
Yes, it should be like that.
Should be?
Yeah.
So everyone in the planet should be looking like God, basically.
Yeah.
Because we all have the same facial
remember God
structure.
God said to the angels that let's build a human being in our image.
So angels look like humans.
Yes,
according to the hypothesis.
I've never seen one.
But you'll see them when you die.
I'm not sure about
hopefully,
that.
Hopefully so.
Because dying, it means I've stopped living. I don't have senses anymore. I can't see, I can't hear, I can't feel.
Yeah, when you're dead, I believe you're messed. You're fucked.
If I'm to see the angels, I should be able to see them now.
Do they have wings? They've got caricatures of angels where there's a wing and they fly around like a bird.
According to the pictures that we see, man. They got wings. They can fly.
They can fly. Just like a witch. So a witch can be an angel. Could be a good or bad angel. Right? Because somebody could say, if you see an angel now, you think, oh, that's a witch.
Remember, they say even Satan was an angel.
Oh, the fallen angel. I've heard of that theory.
And they said Satan as well was an angel. So be careful.
Oh, okay.
Be careful. But remember, these things were imposed. This religion was imposed to us by the colonialists. You understand? It's not really our religion.
What was our religion?
I can't tell, man, but all I can say is that we believe in ancestors.
Which is your DNA.
Yebu.
They are the ones who created you, right? They are full of your DNA. So you can be your own ancestor because you kept replicating yourself. So for example, let me use. I like using stupid examples. Why do you want to make kids as humans? Because you're trying to replicate your DNA so that it doesn't die out. That's only. Hey, because even today we are so embarrassed of people who don't have kids. Like I don't wanna. Like I couldn't beba now. They get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because by human nature, your DNA, your ancestral DNA tells you that we made you. We're gonna make another one. We're gonna keep making them. Think of a. It's just that when I say a bacteria, it's gonna sound wrong, you know. But think of a virus replicating itself, you know. And I think should we take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're back. We're back at it. Still at NippyCast. Have you realized something is going on currently in the world? Ne? The truth is now becoming a lie. When you tell the truth, more often than not, people don't accept it for the way it is. Well, let me use a current one that is trending on social media. Your minister of what is the position again? She's the MSc of what? Of health in Limpopo.
Yeah.
Poppy. Yeah. She told the truth and people got angry. And they labeled her as xenophobic and shit. The truth is no longer the truth. I don't know. We are currently not. In fact, if there was aliens in the world and they're gonna say, "Are you proud of being a human being?" Right about now, currently, I'm not proud of being a human.
You should be, Nick.
Huh? Are you proud of being a human being?
Very much so. Very much so.
The whole thing, everything. Somebody will walk in here and shoot us for a cell phone. Are you proud of that?
I cannot be proud of that. That is crime.
But is that a human?
It's inhumane.
Somebody walks into the house, rapes everyone,
Yes, it's
kills everyone. Like just now, we had a situation at there by the old dumping mines, the Zamazamas. What do you call it? Is it Krugersdorp? Yeah. Are you proud of being that type of a human?
I cannot be proud of to be that type of a human being, but I'm content. I'm proud of myself, and I love life.
I'm so embarrassed, man. So
Man.
embarrassing.
You said you want us to talk about time. What is time?
My theory of time is something that I've heard. I've watched a bunch of podcasts by scientists and whatnot. They are saying that time doesn't exist. For example, what's the difference between now and now? There was 2 seconds though. You call it time between when I said now and now. What's the difference? It's not like you moved or you went somewhere.
It's like I can ask you, what is the time now?
It could be whatever time it is. Which should I answer that one? 4:30. What was the difference between 4 o'clock and half now? Besides the sun move, besides the planet moving and the sun just being there.
Seconds.
What?
Seconds.
Minutes. 30 minutes. Between 4 and that's all. But the odds are that if we didn't give you a clock, when did you discover a clock? Do you want to Google this one? Discovery of clock.
The discovery of clock.
Let's check. When did we start counting time? Then
I think we spoke about time sometimes ago.
We haven't.
We spoke about time.
And you said some time ago that's Friday. We spoke about time some time ago.
Yeah, we spoke about time sometimes ago.
That's Friday. So what would be the difference between then and now when we spoke about time, if we did? Was it in the podcast?
Yeah.
Or was it offline?
It was in the podcast.
Was it one of those where when chilling with the other guy last week, Monday, when he was jooting us? Hey, he was jooting us, that one. What's his name again? Like the other day, we were speaking to a guy who was, I forgot his name. When did we discover
the measurement of time? began with the invasion of Scythians in ancient Egypt, sometime prior to 1500 BC. That is before the birth of Christ.
Okay.
However, the time the
which to be precise is almost 3,500 years ago.
yeah.
Ne?
However, the time the Egyptians measured was not the same as the time today's clocks measure. For Egyptians, and indeed for a further 3 millennia, for the further 3 millennia, the basic unit of time was period of daylight,
which is like the earth rotating, which will determine what time it is, right?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. And then, so this explains the different time zones.
And then time, ne?
Huh?
They said when did time start in the world? Approximately 14 billion years ago.
Who was measuring this?
According to the standard Big Bang model of cosmology, time began together with the universe in the singularity approximately 14 billion years ago.
Well, do you know what I think it means? I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It might mean that we can carbon date dates of whatever, whenever, right? But it's not like there was a guy counting at the time. Does it make sense? Yes. Like I find a fossil now, like a Homo naledi, for example, fossil. It can tell us it was 266,000 years back. Then it can just do, we call it carbon dating. But by the time was not there, that time, we didn't know how to measure it. Which is the difference. Like if you think of a caveman, the caveman didn't give a fuck what time it was. He just went out of the cave, hunted, got some meal, went back to the cave because it was dark, so that maybe other animals don't eat him. He didn't care. His time is the day. Because I reached a point where I think I made this decision 10 years ago. I've reached a point where I stopped using alarms, unless if I really need to be very, very precise that morning. I take it by the sun coming out to say, let's wake up. When the sun comes out, it's in the morning. Let's wake up. I've stopped using that because there are times when the other day we were in Cape Town, the sun sets at fucking 9. It takes forever. So you a human being is designed to wake up and work when the sun comes out. Well, besides us who are DJs, we're full of vampires, ne?
Yeah, there are people who are night shift workers forever. They never work day shift in their.
So their routine is the opposite of the normal guys.
Yeah.
Like security guards.
Yeah, boo.
Who else? Flight attendants. But flight attendants they've got the best luck because sometimes when they get there, the sun is coming out when they're flying.
Yeah.
But if you're stuck in the one position as a security guard for 20 years, whatever, so your life, all you know is darkness.
Yeah.
Ne?
Exactly. So
this guy, when he sees the sun, he wants to sleep. Because he's going to be working in the evening.
Exactly.
So
in short,
does time exist according to you?
Time does exist.
In the way that we designed it.
In the way that it is designed.
In the way that we designed our own spectrum of time. Because the other day, I remember what year was this? There was a time when Bo Fresh used to have like a big show at YFM. This was almost, they used to call it Unrestricted Breakfast Show. It was the big thing. It was actually the biggest show actually in the country, but obviously YFM is regional, right? It was the biggest. I mean, even some of the radio stations were mimicking that show. It was probably by far the smartest thing that you could listen to in the morning. They did interview this guy.
Check this out.
They did interview this guy. I don't know if he's a scientist. They were saying every single 100 years we need to adjust 1 second on a clock. Because
say that again.
The guy they were interviewing, they said every single 100 years we need to adjust a second on the clock so that the clocking system is not that precise all the time. Every single more often than not. I could be wrong about the exact number. It might not be a second, but it's almost a jiffy, half of it or whatever. But you need to adjust it all the time because the time keeps moving and changes because time is driven by the shifting of this planet, right? There was that. Or I think we're gonna have to Google it. Or do you wanna say Google this one? Say, when do we adjust the clock? I think that should be the question. Let's see what it says. The school is out.
Yeah, the school.
Oh, if you're hearing some background noise, it's kids coming back from school. One of the reasons why we need to have like a proper studio where we don't hear subliminal noises at the background while we're discussing time. What is the question again? When do we adjust the clock?
It's complicated.
What do they say? Should I read?
Yeah.
Are you confident with this one? Daylight saving time. Should we wait for them to pass?
No, it's
This one's
they are
having a
part of
party.
the podcast.
They're part of the daytime saving time. When do we change our clocks? Most of the United States begins daytime saving time at 2 a.m. on the second Sunday in March and reverts to standard time on the first Sunday in November. The U.S. each time zone switches at a different time. Oh yeah, so it's the same thing. Why do you fly to another country and they tell you it's another time? You get what I'm saying? Yes. So it's the same adjustment. It's the same shit. Okay, maybe this is not the exact answer, but every single 100 years we all have to adjust our clock. Yes, that's what that guy was saying. I could be wrong by the 1 second or whatever, or a jiffy, but there's something that the precision of time doesn't go all the way like the same way that we think every day. Obviously, you wouldn't be here to see it so many times. Cause I mean, how many years do we have now as human beings? Our lifespan is what, 75 years, 80 years now in today's world. I mean, okay, without counting COVID now, COVID just cut down our lifespan. But you only adjust your clock once in your life.
Yeah.
To be precisely on the exact time of the whole world. Which takes me back to the other day, right into figure Cradle of Humankind. I always go back to Cradle of Humankind. Should I pump you? I always go back to Cradle of Humankind. So they've got a universal clock there. What is Misani? I'll tell you now. It's there. I was there the other day, so I even took a picture. It's there. I'll put it up there. That clock uses the sun. It uses the sun. So you need to put a stick at a specific position to tell you, like the shade of this of my finger now. It will tell you quarter past, half past, depending on what time of the year it is. So June and July and September and October would have different times to put the stick on. So it will be. I'll show you. We call it a universal clock. It's an indigenous clock. To show you that this time thing could probably be arguably an illusion. I don't know. But because the reason why I was asking this question is because as human beings, do you think we introspect enough? Think of today's truth is now today's lies, where people today are living in a fake world. We've got social media, we've got people who swindler.
Yeah.
Just lives a fake life the whole day. Just robs everyone. We've got corrupt officials at the government, everyone. Greed. Like earlier on, we were watching some reporting of today's arrest. At what point, how greedy can a human get? Do we introspect as humans, or do you think we even give a fuck? Huh?
Yes, we do.
Do we introspect? I don't think we do. I don't believe so. I don't think we do it. Even if we do it, I don't think we do it enough.
Yes.
I don't know. What's the take?
Okay, first thing first. You spoke about lies becoming truth, truth becoming lies.
That's where the world is now today. You would have even guys who become presidents and just lie. Think of Donald Trump.
I think that was one of the best presidents. I loved the guy.
You loved it.
I love the guy because he doesn't pretend to be what he's not. You
Why would
understand?
you want to put that as a president for everyone else? Because it's not balanced. When they were removing him, he bent the fucking government. He literally asked people on Twitter to go ban the parliament. Why would you be proud of that guy?
Let's take a short break. I think one of these days we must sing a gospel song. Eh?
Is it?
Yeah.
You're forgetting I'm a musician, so yeah, we can make it happen.
Eh?
Yeah,
Which song did you love most?
like what?
Ba-
The
back
church
in-
songs.
The church songs?
Votemba mini vasar beri yesokovu. Yeah, yeah. That was the best. That was the best. Ne? It can be a cheesy song, right? Imagine at a nightclub. It can be on the money. Ne? It's cheesy, right?
Very, very.
Can be the best song ever. Eight thousand. Yeah.
Enkutas, how are you?
At least now we've got a person who might give us some fact checking and googling. At least now we've got one resource.
Yeah, I'll be the research.
Or should we take it from the top? There's one we didn't find. Check what does DNA mean. Just check what DNA means first.
It's what?
It's an acronym, I think.
Acid. Yeah.
It's a very complex.
It ends with acid.
Is it? DNA. Just give us Wikipedia of DNA.
I left my food.
Oh,
Can't you trouble this one
you can connect to mine.
with Peters?
The password is. Okay.
You want to share your password? He took our pen again. This one. You can write it for him.
Yeah.
Because I tried to fumble to explain it, but my explanation was not on the money. Were you satisfied with my explanation? It sounded like bullshit, right? There's the password.
With the number 10. Eh?
It sounded like bullshit. I mean,
Okay. Tell me something. Eh? Should I give away my password? What is the danger?
oh, well, yeah, because
Nothing.
But someone can come and stand here and use your Wi-Fi the whole day.
Amara, then.
What are the
So
odds?
what?
What are the odds?
So what?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't mind, right? But how could they hack into your system? Whatever.
Heck what?
Nothing to hack.
Because it's only a.
It's a dongle.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Mar, there was a guy.
Okay, give it out.
And there was this Uber guy.
Mm.
He usually would come here and park here. He's Foster's friend.
To trap.
I didn't like that.
You see, that's the thing. I know that those type of guys very very well. Like, and then he stands, then he updates his apps.
Yeah, but there's
No, well, there's nothing wrong as long as there's permission.
after all, we're underusing this thing.
No, well, there's nothing wrong as long as there's permission. You know.
We don't use it enough. This thing.
But and they stealing your bandwidth? What if you're doing something very important, and then they are busy trapping your bandwidth, and then it's gonna be slow? Let's say maybe I'm uploading a song somewhere.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, the auxiliary, nucleic acid.
Yeah.
What? Let's see.
That
How do we read even this?
that is something to do with deoxyribonucleic nucleic acid.
So it's a molecule of like our blood type of vibe. It's a liquidic thing, right? Acid would be liquidic, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so should I read
something
the entire explanation? It says it's under biochemistry. A self-replicating material. Replication. I did say replication. A self-replication material that is present in nearly all living organisms, which is humans, even animals, everything that is living in the world, right, has got DNA, right?
Even the plants.
Everything. There's a plant DNA. Yeah. Every single thing. Now, when you're looking for life on Mars, you're looking for the DNA of that planet. Yes. So every living organism has a main constituent of chromosomes. I didn't do science, but I think this is chromosomes. We have chromosomes, I think.
Yeah.
It is the carrier of genetic information, which is the reason why they will say you took after your uncle or your father or your
Granddad.
grandfather. It's a mutation of that DNA that crosses over to the next generation. And they will say you look like them because you carry their DNA inside yourself. So I think that was part of my explanation in the beginning before we. Oh, and then should I go further? It says the fundamental and distinctive characteristics of qualities of someone or something, especially when regarded as unchangeable. Diversity is part of company's DNA, which is an example what they are saying. So we are all DNA.
Identity.
Yeah. For example, let me use a Peter. Are you wanna re-Google it? Let's use our fingerprints, for example. That is your identity. And then why don't it replicate itself, and why is it not identical across board? Why is it tailor-made according to just one human?
Mara, okay, about the fingerprint. I'm not sure about fingerprints itself, ne? But these lines, what do you call these lines?
For me, my explanation for this one is the way that your hand.
No, nothing like that. They said
Are you gonna be supernatural on this one? Or?
one of these hands, ne, is my mother, one is my father. But I never really.
So you're saying left and right. Right is your father, left is your mom, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or which is the balance of.
We can Google it. The lines on your hands.
Yes.
Yeah, but usually there's supernatural answers on this one, because they say this won't mean that you will die when the aim is.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that you fold your hand. I mean, that's what causes the lines.
No, you were born with these lines.
Yes, because when you're in the tummy.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ne?
Yeah.
Yours.
Okay.
You see, this one and this one, yours, they are like this, but mine are like this. But we all fold hands the same
Yeah,
way.
but because maybe your body size is different from mine. I'm skinnier. You're a bit chubbier. So also that the line will be different. What?
Okay.
From this, they're saying a line in your palm can give you hints about your future relationships.
Supernatural.
Yes,
But
they
it's
said.
certainly not the final word.
Uh.
What to look for: a deeper, longer line indicates that you enjoy long lifetime commitment.
Okay.
Painter.
Fuck.
Okay, let's go to the.
Let's start there.
Okay, a deeper, longer line indicates that you enjoy long-term commitments.
Do you have it?
I have long one.
Oh, long time. Hey, me, I've got 0 time.
A fainter or a shorter line means you may experience your share of an off, on, and on, again, off, again relationship.
That is Nippy.
That's me. That's supernatural. Yeah. I'm saying, is that is the DNA designed like that? Is it? Would my ancestor have the same lines, for example? Does it cross over?
Do you know about the palm readers? Because those people, they say
They use your
they just do like this,
hands.
ne? And then they tell you everything about us.
Palm ring, also known as palm
So your hand can tell your future
ring.
for real?
Looking at the shapes of your hands and the lines on them to possibly tell you about your life and personality.
But I don't really believe in supernatural stuff. But well, when do you prove that thing is a thing? At what point? Because we need to have a gauge for it. Because somebody can bullshit you. Like today, I was joking last week on social media to say mutu afi unanganga ya reko deni pa urada niwe niko tamba ngao. Today the truth is no longer like at a level. So niko toto niwa jafana afi ubo kushuma brada. Urada ba toto na. I mean, let's be honest. Why would you go that far to believe some hogwash?
Disparate times calls for disparate measures.
And you're gonna believe every single thing you hear, even if it's hogwash?
Yeah, you have to believe, man. We have people who are doing very, very funny stuff.
People were eating grass at some church, snakes.
And snakes.
What
the fuck?
There's a video shared on WhatsApp.
What was it?
I'll show it to you.
Should we put it up when we edit?
Let me show it to you first.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. Is this the one of the witch flying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I sent it to you, Peter. Oh, Peter.
Oh, I don't have a
You,
phone.
you lost. It was a heavy night last night, so the phone is missing. Yes, it's we did an analysis in the morning with a friend of mine. I did record a podcast with him a month ago. His name is Homicide Uvend. He knows how to edit, ne?
Okay.
Video editing is think of CGI. Think of Superman flying. Do you really have you seen Superman flying in your life? But only on TV, ne?
Yeah.
Think of that. Yeah. It's editorial. It looks convincing. Show Peter. I didn't say it because I sent it to him earlier on until I realized it doesn't have his phone. It's creepy, eh? It's creepy. So you wouldn't even know. That's why part of this dialogue today was the truth is no longer the truth anymore. Somebody can edit this thing and say this is a witch. Oh, okay, let me debunk that one. Yeah. This witch flies over a car, a truck, right? Yeah. You can see the lag also goes into the thing, and then the light, the eyes start. Yafunga. Okay, I check. Even if you're taking a video of a witch through your window, you wouldn't have a flashlight on your phone. Yeah. There's two things that you can debunk this nonsense with. Scary, creepy.
Does these things really happen?
It's editorial, man. Somebody edited this thing. I got goosebumps when I watched it the first time. I woke up in the morning and I got this. I'm like, fuck. And I even put it on Facebook and I said, hey, I'm struggling to believe.
I mean, when we go to sleep, people doesn't sleep.
No, but that's not a witch, Chief. It's edited, man. Come on, don't go, Peter, please. I trust you. They don't go that direction. If witches exist, they wouldn't want you to see them, by the way. If they're that powerful. They wouldn't even let you take a video.
No, there are people who get caught. A person stays in Vendamara, they get caught here in Gauteng.
What if that person was bewitched to look like a witch? Is that another argument? Because I did this podcast with Mega last year where we call it witchcraft. For example, tomorrow, let's use what? Let's use the soccer team. Tomorrow, if you go into the PSL or if you get the best player in the world, they're going to say, yeah, what can I, you know. So the black people don't like seeing success of some person without an explanation of that white people are not even supposed to. No one even gives a fuck how your 100 rupee got this money. But everyone expects me and you to explain why I've got $1 million in my account.
I think there was something like he inherited some of the money.
But no one even investigates. No one even understands. But you start having $1 million, they're going to say you've got a snake. Am I lying? The truth is no longer the truth anymore, Peter. I'm telling you, which goes back to introspection. You see? So I don't know. Should we go back to the evolution of humankind?
If there's anyone who needs a snake, it's you. Nkuta, you must listen to this guy's music. Ne? It's the best.
He says he needs a snake for my music. Can I bite here? I see these guys there.
All he needs is a snake. Yeah, because the music is good.
So I need a snake for my songs.
You need a snake.
How much is it?
I don't know.
Okay, when you say his music, are you doing your own music?
Yeah.
He's got his own music.
When we're coming here, we're playing a song.
We must play you a piece, and then you'll hear that the guy's good. But what he needs is a snake.
So where's the delay coming from?
He doesn't have a snake. Yeah, he doesn't have a snake.
So are you saying Ripoma police and Wakaps to this well, I've got a snake?
I'm not sure about them having snakes, man.
That's hard work.
Okay, now.
It's hard work, guys. No, it's hard work.
But sometimes hard work alone doesn't work. It doesn't work. Seriously.
So you like
need
to
be connected. I don't know how. Yeah, you need to be connected, and you need that energy. You know that energy we always talk about. That energy that attracts people to. You need that as well. Because without that, I mean, you'll keep on trying.
Are you guys selling me a snake now?
No, I'm not talking about a snake. I don't know how that thing works. And I don't think
it's work. It's hard work. Because, for example, the current thing that we recorded a song now with Muraro Mukwevo. It was funded by Samro. Hey, the ones that suspended me. It was part of the a campaign, what you call music creation, some sort of a funding. I think they designed it because of COVID. Which my argument was that Peter, why was the suspend again? I threatened to bomb the building, which I apologized for, right? So part of that budget, there should be marketing in there. So if I don't do the marketing, who's going to hear this?
Yeah, no one.
So even the snake wouldn't even go to the radio station and market this thing, right? I don't know. It's hard work, but well, you're right. Sometimes hard work doesn't really pay if you are just digging a hole and you don't know if you need to put a pipe there, right? By the way, they also blocked me on my own songs on YouTube. When you're playing this, they're gonna say,
It's Nipro there.
when they do block me, by the way. I don't know how this account should be verified. The other day they sent an email. I'm like, hey, man, it's my song. Why are you blocking my song?
They blocked it.
Yeah,
What?
remember, it's a different organization. So I've got a production firm that does my distribution all over the world. We've got 56 shops all over the world. It's only certain countries that don't really release some of our stuff. So they will say, this song was flagged belonging to who. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And they will block it. Like right now, this podcast might be fused while that thing is playing at the background because they'll say, you're using somebody's song. It's my song. Does that need a snake as well? I mean, really?
I think you...
just stop it because they will block. They will block our.
Can you know what I'm
No, it's my song. What do you mean? I've got videos of everything. The difference with this one, I partnered with a production firm called Primetainment. It's in Pretoria. Oh, by the way, let me tell you the story. You can switch off. Yeah. Let me tell you the story about this song. It's actually exciting. Then they used to block us. When they hear some voice, they go like, yeah. You see, another this one is somebody else's song now. Just mute it, man. It'll block and broadcast that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to switch it off.
Just do it.
Okay,
Like this, yeah.
It's off now.
It was very interesting when we did that song, and I think we spoke about this yesterday when we were going to the match. The day was last day of the lockdown. I mean, the first day of the lockdown. It was announced. When was the lockdown announced? On Monday, no? Yeah, we were given 4 days, right? Because we were working on this song. Proper. So I will catch the train to Pretoria, come back. The day of the lockdown, when it started, when the military was already in the streets, the military was told this before us. I was literally saying, let's finish these vocals now. The lady who sings there, her name is Wukeka. She's from the Cape. She's closer. So she had to come in. And then we're like, you're not going to go back today. At least I can come back to here, to Kempton. Because they're locking. We didn't even know what lockdown was actually to start with. So we recorded, we made sure, edited everything proper. Finished. Boof. Day number 2. Day number 1, for lockdown. We were like, okay, sure. How do we release this? That's the time when I realized that technology is on our side. Every single thing was ran online, every single thing. And then I think Shimza started lockdown parties. It was a thing. People were just sitting at home watching people on TV. Which is my argument that I'm getting suspended for. Or the money that we, the artists, were making while people were just watching our songs on TV or listening to radio. No one got it. No one got paid for it. Which is undocumented thing that they're suspending me for. And then you're saying you advised me to
When they suspended you
for
threatening them.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Well, it was wrong for me. I was just angry. It was wrong. I agree and I did apologize, like you advised, right?
Mara, did you go to the hearing or they just suspended?
There hasn't been a hearing yet. But the girls handling the case said I should not talk anymore until he talks to the guy. This is powerful than me. I've got zero money for shit. It's so difficult to win any case with any CEO in the world, in any world, right? as a random DJ. So I don't want to go into that one. Or do you call it sub judice?
Why don't you call him, Mara? Talk to him.
They said I should not speak to him until they done talking to him. Yeah, because I'm yeah, well, I don't know. I don't. Should I do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's a personal matter, man,
It's not personal.
it's not a personal matter. You threatened him.
I didn't. Well, yeah, it was wrong. I did accept
Yeah.
and I did apologize. I don't understand why I should be suspended.
It takes a man to call a man to say, "Imna, what I did was wrong."
But I mean, if you were speaking to him via lawyers and they advise you not to talk to him up until they finish talking to him, it's not just the lawyers and him. There's lawyers. There's,
You can use it against
other
me.
general managers, whoever who's involved. So maybe they're still trying to negotiate.
Even the legal team called. So he doesn't. This nigga. Okay. Well, I was even blocked for saying nigga actually at some stage. This guy doesn't talk like me and you. He uses his team. Yeah. And the only time when I get access to talk to this guy is through our AGMs. I mean, sorry, AMGs. Sorry, AMG, annual
General meetings.
AGM. Yes. Which is in December. Once a year. Yeah, right. When they appointed him the other time as CEO, I asked him why. I asked the panel, the board of directors, why are you waking up an Egyptian mummy from the pyramids to come and manage the future? That it's the end. It's a dead end. The reason why I was arguing this is because he doesn't care about all 10,000 of us in that organization, which is artists. Yes, I did suggest how to, and I was telling you earlier on, I did suggest how we can monitor people's songs, like the way they can block myself from my own songs on YouTube. The way that you should have a relationship with YouTube to say every day Uchitamba people should be paid here. Like don't pay them twice a year. Pay them every month like everyone who works, right? Like people. It gets millions. CEO, the last time I checked, it was like a couple of millions that he gets every single year. He's been there for 2 years, and they prolonged his contract for since February. Now it's what? This is what, August now, no? So this is what, 6 months? I think he's left with 3 months, right? But all he's doing is not doing anything, which goes back to the truth. It's no longer the truth. And when you say this, they make me look like I'm an idiot. If you look at that whole thing that they sent, they make it look like what I'm saying is baseless. People were sitting at home. You said that they should not go sing on a stage for 2 years because there's COVID. Because we are actually high risk because we gather people. Let's say, for example, Real Gardens, for example, we are 20,000 people there. So if there's a bacteria or flu, you're likely to infect each other, right? These are parties, like all the gigs, you know. We are high risk, right? And we were told not to do anything. At some stage, we were planning a show for tomorrow, and then there's a family meeting. Say, the law now doesn't allow you to make a show tomorrow. We lost how much money? You know we're trying to recover now. And all I was saying, I know there's money that you have under, we call it undocumented. He says, I don't know the law. I'm like, no, it's not about the law. Think of the people. And then and I did say something that I'm going to say it forever. White people don't give a fuck about black people.
That's what they told him.
I did say it. They don't care.
Mara, don't generalize it. There are people who care.
Yeah, no, this one I'm going to say is I'm generalizing. Yes. Well, I've got white friends. I'm not saying but I'm generalizing.
This guy on TikTok. I can't remember the son name. The guy and the maid, they are best friends. They always doing videos together. I understand he even bought her a car. What is his name again?
Yeah, but I'm calling it as generalization. I'm not saying all of them. I've got white friends. Oh, actually, by the way, this thing of I've got white friends is like a colloquial insulting of terms because you're gonna use it as an example to say, yeah, it's like a white guy saying I've got black friends. Well, that one is another thing. But I can tell you generally, if white people gave a fuck about black people, why did they use you as slaves? Why did they take Kunta Kinte from the thing and put him in a boat all the way through the ocean And how many people? And the reason why some bullshit who cannot explain that the Bermuda Triangle is probably because of your the Kunta Kintas were thrown in there. Some dead people were in the ocean as they're going to New York, right? The first slave. I don't know. Do you want to Google first slave? So that people don't think I'm just talking out of my ass here.
Okay. Why you disconnected me? I'm connected, Muslim.
No, yeah, you can look it up there. Say first slave.
Huh? Oh, Konje.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Difficult technology.
We're looking for a first slave. First slave. First slave. Ship name, maybe that. Yeah. Should we read it out?
This one, these are biblical slaves.
This is not at a level of the Americans.
Mesopotamia.
Okay. Wow. Okay, should we read it out irrespective? But it's still slavery. Slavery operated in the first civilizations, such as Sumer in Mesopotamia, or biblical, like you said, dates back as far as 3,500 years ago. Oh, no. What is 3,500 BC would be 5,500 years, counting today at 2022. Yeah?
Not sure.
You add 2022 on this?
Oh, you just add 2022.
Yeah. This is before Christ, right? Right now we're at 2022 after the death of Christ. All right. Slavery features in the Mesopotamia code of Hammurabi, which was 1,750 years before Christ. What is E? BCE. What is BCE? Okay, which refers to it as an established institution. Slavery was widespread in the ancient world. Well, which is not exactly that we're looking for. I was looking for the first evidence of people who were condescending to black society, that they took them from their own country and made them slave elsewhere, put them in a boat, killed them, raped them, didn't give a fuck, which we know, which in South Africa we know we have a guy called Jan van Riebeck. That year, at least everyone knows it's 1652 when he landed at the Cape. Am I right? Jan van Riebeck landed at the Cape in 1652, somewhere there. A month ago, I did a podcast at Robben Island where he landed. It's his island, actually, which they ended up using it as a slave prison, where Mandela was there and everyone. You know, when you look at the island, the motherfuckers started it in the same time when he came. You know, they even still call it Cape something. They even have Cape Town is not even gonna be renamed out of the whole thing. After they will never even let you. I mean, you've got a political party called DA. It says it's pseudo woke. It's just city. Actually, not. It says it. I know it's pseudo woke. It says it's going to balance people in the country. They've never given a fuck. Okay, Peter, let's go. Evolution of humanity. Are we monkeys?
No, we're not.
when I'm at a party, I've been DJing for 23 years, né? When I'm at a party, people scream. The sounds that they make when they're screaming on the dance floor, don't they sound like monkeys?
I'm not sure what kind of noise.
When you go to the mountain and you hear monkeys, they do the same thing? Am I like? Humans have got steroids of monkeys.
And remember, I'm from Chakuma. There are lots of monkeys there.
What type of noise do they make?
I'm not sure.
Okay, the other day I was taking my daughter for a vaccine at one of the clinics in Venda, Twando. I was sitting there and I was hungover. It was a Monday morning. I just heard monkeys making noise, like those kids, and they can't speak. Remember, they're like 1 year, 2 years. I'm like, shit. This is evidence that the DNA of monkeys is in our system.
And they are very intelligent.
Why are you screaming like a monkey if you're not?
But we definitely not.
You don't think we evolved from monkeys?
No, I don't think so.
You. The thing is, our ego doesn't allow us to accept
No,
it.
no, no.
You don't think so?
Except, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
We once called a pastor, and then he said the same thing. He said, if this thing, sorry to cut you there, if he says if we evolved, why don't we see a monkey now evolving on the mountain and becoming a human, which
Yes.
will happen in 1,000,000 years? You wouldn't even see
Good
it.
point.
You were saying that's what he argued it. You're saying
I mean, if okay, fine. If I believe in God, then I will say
God made a monkey, and it
yes,
became a human.
Yes. No. He
God-
made me
God-
straight. He started with me as a man.
Yeah.
Then out of me, he made a woman.
Out of your rib.
Yeah.
Well, then that goes
So
back
that
to
you may not
Adam
be,
and Eve.
you may not
Yeah.
be alone.
And on that alone, on that alone, there is another story, another theory. That Adam and Eve. Eve was not Adam's first wife.
Huh?
Yes.
Wait, say that again.
Eva was not Adam's first wife.
Ah,
Because why?
yeah.
Okay, in the creation of human being, God made us.
I think rather come closer for this one. Come closer.
I'll tell you where to go and check that. God made us the same, no? When He created man.
Yeah.
So he gave us equal powers.
What? Give us what?
Equal powers.
Okay.
Like this man will have this kind of power. This woman. will
Use this.
Okay. Men and women will have equal
Don't move it
powers.
around a lot.
Okay. Yeah. They will have equal powers. Now,
Start from the part where God made a human and powers and whatnot.
okay. God made human beings the same. Okay.
Yes.
So He said, "This is
We
the man.
agree on that
This
one.
is the man. This is the woman." Then He gave them equal powers. So now, with the man with muscular,
Which I'll tell you now. The man is supposed to, has got more
testosterone.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
But before they were equal, those testosterone.
Is it?
Yes. So now there were issues between Adam and Eve, because now Eve wanted to act like equal to Adam, and Adam had issues with that. Then God realized that, okay, when I made a mistake on this, that is why He casted Eve away. I casted the first wife, not Eve, the first wife away from Adam.
Why would God make a mistake? Isn't God supposed to be a perfect being?
Well, there's trial and errors, okay, when you start doing anything for the
Oh,
first
so he's
time.
just trying out this thing.
For the first
I'm very
time.
much interested in this
For the
story.
first time.
Let it-
Sorry for
we
the
need more
name.
mics
I said Eve. No, the name was Lilith. Lilith.
Okay.
The first wife was Lilith, not Eve. Yes, Eve is the second wife to Adam. That is why she was made out of the rib of a man, so that
Oh, so if you count, apparently when you count our ribs,
it's 12.
and then the
Theirs
females
is
have
13.
lesser.
It's 13.
No, they have more.
They have more than
Oh, I
us.
never
Yeah.
knew.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently,
So
yeah.
now
it's a thing.
they made a woman out of man's rib, so that she can be seen as lower than
But
man.
what is the logic? Isn't it? Aren't they stealing our rib and to make them?
No. It's
What was it?
like when I donate something to you, you feel like you owe me something. You're not equal like me. Yes.
So they've got more
They,
than us.
yeah, they have more than us.
This is a Google moment.
Then you can Google Google Lilith.
How many ribs do males have?
No, Lilith. Google the name Lilith. Lilith.
Lith.
Lilith.
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 Lich. Is it chi or
Lilith.
Yeah, Adam's first wife.
wow? Somebody was googling it as well.
Yeah, it's Adam's first wife.
Should read it out.
Yeah.
It says
Where did you get this?
in rabbinic literature, Lilith is various. Lilith is right. Oh yeah, Lilith is Lilith, right? Lilith is variously depicted as a mother of Adam's demonic offspring following his separation from Eve as his first wife. Whereas Eve was created from Adam's rib. This is in the Genesis of
It's in the Bible.
I don't know. This part I've never bumped into. It's the first time I hear about it.
The first time.
Okay, Genesis 2, verse 2. I mean, what is verse again? The verse. Genesis 2, and then verse 22, I think. That's where the scripture is sitting. And then some accounts, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Some accounts hold that, okay, my Bible is Chivenda, so I'm thinking that Chivenda, but in the English is just fucking with me. Some accounts hold that Lilith was the woman implied in Genesis 1:27 and was made from the same soil as Adam. Same soil, DNA, going back. Well, this is the first time I hear about this. Wow. So at what point of evolution was Eve and Adam? If so, you don't believe in evolution, Peter? You don't.
Yeah, no, me too, I don't.
You don't, ne? So humans are not monkeys.
No, they are not.
You are not. Why do we behave like sometimes?
Monkeys behave like us.
So monkeys are human.
They behave like us. They try to behave
That's
like
funny.
us. They try to
Hey, you
copy
killed
us.
me. Okay, so which goes back to the next line item, Peter. Is a human being similar to a computer?
Like you answered, ne? A computer behaves similar to a human being. Because a human being.
Think of algorithms and shit.
No.
It responds to what you put
We feed that the computer with information.
then it
That when I press this button, give me this.
It's
When
like
I press this
it's like raising your child. You're programming a computer. Like raising a child. When you instill discipline on a child, you are raising some sort of a program.
No, that is different.
What's different?
That is
The
different.
computer won't function on its own.
A child won't function on their own if you don't teach them how to behave like a human being.
In the wrong way.
Or they can be Tarzan.
Believe me, you know, I used to help these kids with schoolwork, ne? But now they know more than me, especially the elder one. I can't keep up with teaching anymore.
So your kids are designed to be smarter than you because you teach them how to be smarter than you.
No, but they were not.
We are smarter than
be
our
smarter
parents
than
if
me.
you think about it.
Say I was a
The
teacher.
information that we are exposed to is making us more smart.
Our DNA keeps replicating itself and it becomes a better human. Even our kids will be smarter than us by far. I mean, think of this. If I was to tell you something that happened 200 years ago and say we're going to design a car like this, somebody was going to say, "Ah, man, we've got a horse." But you became smarter and then you've got a car, which is the same model as like a cat. It's just a wheel, it just spins, right? Yeah. You are giving birth to offsprings that are smarter than you. And then that's why they will even lie to you. They can even jute you.
Now, when I was sitting there, I was thinking, why is China so advanced? Why we are so advanced? But that just protect us. What if these guys are using time travelers? They're capturing these time travelers.
You want to take it back? The sun is going to work against us now. Okay, give us time traveling.
Yeah. I was just thinking, what if these guys, they have a system of capturing time travelers and use them to be this advanced? Because
So they can know the future?
yes,
I heard they're even building the sun or something like
like
that.
I mean, they're doing amazing things.
Yes. Which town they say the town that never sleeps? That is in China. Is it Beijing somewhere there? They say they work for 24 hours there.
Yeah.
No sleeping. You understand? When you are asleep, somehow awake.
Do you know why they work 24 hours? Because they're overpopulated. They're too many. I think they possess a good 40% of the population in the world. We're like, 7.6 billion people here. They possess a majority of that. So here and there, somebody should be sleeping, somebody should be working. As we've got the luxury to sleep.
But how do they get to that thinking that, okay, fine, for all of us to survive, this is what we need to do for the world? Because they're not just working for themselves there. They're producing things for other countries.
Oh, like our clothes now
Yeah.
are probably made in China, right?
Yeah. And
Our clothes now.
they
This thing of
make
time
good
travelers,
Hong Kongs.
I think they captured these guys. I'm telling you.
How the fuck would they pull it off?
Serious, I think they captured these guys because these guys are well advanced.
This sounds like a conspiracy.
Yeah, it sounds like from the way they so advanced. I mean, they well advanced. These guys.
So this would go back to, is a human being, or should Chinese, are they similar to a computer? Are they that smart?
Whoever started this was smart. And
Which is God. I think let's close it off. I think the last one is going to be General Peter. And then my theory is that there was things that were living on this planet before we came, which we've got, how many years we've been here? 4.6 billion years, I think, as primates. As humans, we've been here for 266,000 years. And then before that, there was dinosaurs. Are dinosaurs our ancestors?
Mara, you're asking the same question.
same
That,
question as
Same,
yeah.
same as monkey. But our DNA, can I find our DNA in a dinosaur? Because there is a lady, she's coming back now in South Africa. She is studying fossils, dinosaur fossils. We've got a museum in Pretoria, I think. You've seen in Pretoria somewhere where they've got a caricature of a dinosaur. She says we've got more evidence of dinosaurs in South Africa than anywhere else in the world, which explains why maybe a human being, the first that we can prove, which is Hormonal Lady, was found at Northwest, at cradle of humankind. Yes. Maybe we should look at that. Dinosaurs, humans.
I believe in Christ and I believe in the Bible.
Well, it's beliefs.
Which one? The real God or Jesus Christ? Which one?
The real God, the God that created the earth.
It's beliefs. So in general, Peter, I don't know. We spoke about everything.
Because
DNA we spoke, time we spoke, introspection we spoke, evolution of humanity. In case you disagree, are humans smarter? Or if you want to talk, you can come and sit.
Yeah, you can come and sit here.
I'm a researcher. That's what I'm deciding.
Come and sit here. Say, let's
Answer that one under general.
let's ventilate this one.
General knowledge.
Yeah, just general.
Are you general knowledge?
NP, resharp man.
Professor. Okay. Guys, thank you for watching NippyCast. We said we don't know what episode this is.
Yes, let's just
don't know
suppose it's episode 47.
We're gonna shit. Wait, 47? No, we're not.
I also got 45. Yeah.
We're at 40s. Thank you for watching. Sharp. Hola.
Why you sacrifice human babies? I'm gonna kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
We're winning everyone.
NippyCast.